The worst place that you can be is being stuck. It's not failure, okay? Because when you fail, at least you know something went wrong. But when you find yourself stuck, you do not know what is wrong, and you do not know what is right either. You cannot tell the difference. And that is exactly where I found myself. Listen, when I first started YouTube, I was excited. I was ambitious as anyone who starts out on their journey pursuing their dreams. I was going in headfirst into the whole YouTube without really caring about the results that I got. Just simply because of the fact that I was doing it simply because I loved it. That's what I wanted to do. But then, after, say, 3-4 weeks, I hit a wall, inevitably. And progress stopped completely. Everything just started, not moving at all. And I pushed through for another week or two because, I was doing what I loved. So I was just riding high on passion. But reality has this thing for knocking you off your feet, okay? And the reality that nobody tells you is that even if you love something, you still need results eventually. Maybe you still need to make a living. Maybe, you need proof that what you're doing is actually going somewhere. And you kind of need proof that this is what you're meant to do. It wasn't rejection, okay? Honestly, rejection would have been much easier because at least I could fix something. But this, I was just frozen in place, okay? And honestly, I think that's the place to be, the most dangerous moment to be in, because you do not know what is the right step or the wrong either. So inevitably, I took a break. I chose to take a break for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and mostly for the fact that I started running low on passion, and I was utterly exhausted and completely lost. And I just felt that I had hit the peak of burnout. Peak burnout, I was mentally, physically, and emotionally burnt out. But the hardest part wasn't, experiencing the exhaustion. It was when I chose to take the break, it was far more stressful and frustrating than I thought a break would be. Okay. Because now that I had no distraction, I wasn't posting, I wasn't really doing anything. I was just sitting alone with my thoughts, just me, and my brain just started coming up with every single doubt that it can. The self-criticisms started flooding in, all the excuses, and maybe you should have quit and done what everyone else was doing. Go to college, get a job, and, chase that 9 to 5, that monthly paycheck, blah, blah, blah. Not that there's anything wrong with that, and honestly, I didn't come back from that because the mental damage that I took was quite immense. But what I'm truly grateful for and what really saved me in that moment was something that my dad told me. You see, my dad is my biggest supporter, honestly. He's always nagging me to get on my YouTube, to focus, that I can do this, and always hyping me up. And, it's been a while since I had posted a video, and so he pulled me aside and was like, what's going on? You haven't posted in a while. Come on, this is not like you. And I did admit it. I was like, Dad, I don't know if this is meant for me. It's not going anywhere. He looked at me and, in that moment and told me something and then he said something to me that really stuck to me and really pulled my head out of my ass, honestly. He said to me, the worst mistake that you could do right now is quitting. And, that sentence has stuck to me, has been, my driving force every time that I feel like this isn't working out and nothing is really going on. So after having some sense knocked into me, I got right back to work. I came back and I was still beat down. I wasn't really that energized and motivated. I'm still getting backlashes from that whole dramatic, depressing phase. I was still tired, okay? And my soul felt very drained. But I looked myself in the mirror or in the camera and I told myself, I don't care. I don't care how I feel at the moment. I don't care what's going on in my head. I am just going to do this and I'm going to give it my all. and whatever. And with that single video, I went from 300 subscribers to 1,000. Now, in the YouTube world, that might seem like a small amount, but I like to believe that to us beginners or like smaller creators, it's really a game changer because it changes you mentally. Okay, you become a different person from getting that one lead. Because for me, the way I felt was that for the first time I had solid evidence that I was capable of creating something real. Honestly, I believe in myself. I truly think that I'm an amazing person. But when something is not working, it's inevitable that you start doubting yourself. And I'm only human. But now I had solid evidence that the future I was chasing could actually exist, was that it was something attainable through me. And the thing about this is once you create proof for yourself, it changes you, okay? You realize just how stupid you have been doubting yourself without even noticing. And you start to feel regret for the time you've spent questioning yourself. But you also feel relief in the moment because now that you have done it once, you know that you can do it again. And that's when I understood something, okay? You only need one breakthrough. You only need one break, one moment, and one crack through that veil. One piece of evidence that you are truly as capable as you think you are and as you believe you are. Now, honestly, I'm gonna admit that I thought my breakthrough would be like my first dollar on YouTube or my first paycheck. Honestly, it wasn't. It was just proof that more than that 700 more people decided that I was worth subscribing to, and that really had a big impact on me. It was like solid proof that I could create something that people would appreciate, that people would care about enough to watch and subscribe, and that was enough for me. So if you're stuck right now in whatever endeavor you are currently on, stay in the game, okay? Stay in the game and shoot for that one lucky breakthrough because you only need one.